invited to go to this performance.
Community gathering.
Yeah, to the community meeting.
Yeah, and I'd gone to inquire about earwax or some sort of wax.
I forgot about that. What's that for?
What do you mean?
Oh, yeah.
After being trapped in that Learman's tiny hut with him for the last 2 days.
Oh yeah, that's right. I haven't rolled my checks to see my compositions. Ooh, bad. One more. It's been 2 days, hasn't it? Ooh, bad day. Bad day. Still not bad, not bad. Some of my composition stuff is not too. The next one I was working on was a bit of an epic about our battle in the Black Tower, the Duchess of Brock's place in the Dreadwood. I'm trying, we did pretty well, so I want to try and immortalize it.
Something epic.
Well, lots of monks smashed this and then monks smashed that. It kind of writes itself, really.
Okay then. Right. So. Daylight into dusk. So, if nobody's got any other plans, the next thing will be the village. The village meeting.
Right.
Okay.
I'll make sure I get a seat at the back.
Me
Oh.
too.
Okay, so
We've been reading for an hour.
community meeting doesn't take place until just after sunset, and everybody gathers in the amphitheatre, and torches are lit. Why is that getting bright again? That's weird. Go dark.
Darker, is that twilight or something?
Yeah, it's supposed to be. There we go.
Okay.
One by one, people come forward and raise various day-to-day, quite mundane matters about gathering food and repair jobs and such likes, which goes on for about an hour or so. They go into quite a lot of detail and digress quite a lot. But eventually, it comes to the point where they announce they're going to, if anybody wants to step forward and tell and entertain everybody with a story.
I feel myself being called to the center stage.
Right. So
My happy place.
the elder gets up and announces that one of the visitors has volunteered to perform. And
So yeah.
gives you the floor, not the stage.
Yeah, so Fafuk wanders out. He's tried to tidy himself up as much as possible. He's even wearing his fine clothes, which are usually safely tucked in a bag. One of the reasons why he's been sweating his ass off, dragging himself around the jungle recently. And he begins with a bit of a précis of our recent adventures. Name dropping places we've been and whatnot, and then warms up, and at appropriate moments performs the prerequisite ballad. So, start with an old favourite, dicking a green dragon to death.
Oh, that was kid.
Well, no,
Oh,
I'm rolling my illumination.
yeah. Okay, right. Your first song is met with raucous applause, and everybody's shouting and stamping on the floor and insisting that you perform more. Even the rest of the party's pleasantly surprised.
Well, it was a
Okay.
25. I don't normally get them that high. Oh god, it's all downhill from here.
We're set the bar way too high.
Well, I'll move on to one where I've got advantage, which is the sailing on the windborne one. So this one's with advantage.
Oh, another good one.
And because these things, they're not short songs, so I'll try and wrap it up with the last one I have advantage on. Which one was that? Can't remember. It was only had two with advantage. There was the windborne one, and then there was.
Wasn't it Dyson and the
Who?
squirrel?
Thank
Got
you. Well remembered. Yep.
Why has it gone bright?
Dyson and Henwin having relations with a squirrel. 22. Let's see if we can improve on that. Ooh, 23.
Slightly.
23.
Look, 25, 24, 23. You are doing solid performance.
Okay, right. Solid performance. Taking you.
And then bows
go on.
out.
Oh, what?
No, Fafuk bows out on a high. He doesn't want to push his luck at this point. Just couldn't possibly. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're too kind, lapping it up. Bathing in the adoration.
Well
Yeah,
done.
he's going to be insufferable for at least a week after this.
Okay, once the plot. Why is the light keep
Well,
resetting?
That's doing me head in.
Yeah, it's doing my head in as well. I don't know why that keeps happening. Oh well, I'll
We
just leave
mentioned
it.
that there was a lighting plug-in turned off when we logged in.
Yeah, I
Right.
have seen it.
Oh well, it's not important anyway. It's not game breaking, is it? We'll ignore it. So once Fafuk takes his seat again, one of the locals offers to regale everybody with a tale that he heard on his travels.
Mhm.
And he takes a stands at the centre of the amphitheatre and sits down, waits till everybody's quieted down, and then begins. And he says, "The human tribes tell of a legend of a mysterious beast able to possess trees and plants, making the branches into violent weapons. They say it can mimic the voices of its previous victims, but no one knows who or what the creature actually is, for all those who have encountered it are never seen again. I sat with an elder of a village around a campfire, much like we are now, the rain falling from the sky, much like it is tonight, and this is the story that he told. It comes with the rain at night, when Ubteo weeps for his people. The old men say when the rains don't stop, it comes when the rains don't stop, and this month it rains and rains. You hear it singing first. In my village they call it Mamboa Ya Wazimu, the pipes of madness. The old men say the singing means it's hungry. It sings for its supper. Sometimes they kill a beast, hoping the meat keeps it happy, but it never does. When I was little, said the old man, we found a man. He was sucked dry like a husk of corn. It hung him from a tree. The old men said it sang through his mouth, stealing his voice to draw us closer. I didn't believe them at first. Then I heard my grandmother calling me through the rain. She was dead since I was 4. When it comes for you, it comes through the jungle. The trees ripple and bulge as it moves through them. When it gets close, it makes fangs from the branches and eats you alive. The old men call it Ulu Falong, the hungry jungle. They say it can't be killed. You can burn the trees down, but still it comes. It never stops. It's always hungry. It's out there somewhere, and you've got it mad. And he receives a round of applause as he steps back.
Fuchs shitting himself.
Especially since it's smack bang next to a jungle.
Yeah.
He's like, oh shit.
Right, there's a few more pleasantries exchanged, and it seems like the evenings that the meeting's breaking up and people start to wander off. A few gather in smaller groups, chatting to each other, while the rest wander off to their sleeping areas.
Well, I suppose we were told to camp outside, weren't we?
Yeah.
Yes, so that's
Jungle.
all.
We're in the jungle.
Not in the jungle. How about if we do it on the seaside?
Yeah.
Know, where,
So yeah, that's where you've been told to camp.
where the boats are. We have this couple of boats.
You can either camp there or just the sort of right below the marketplace.
So
Okay.
where do you wanna camp, guys?
Do it there, just below the marketplace.
Yeah, that's fine.
Kidding me, aren't you? After what I've just said.
It's away from the jungle side, at least.
Well, I'm thinking it's a harder surface area than down on the beach.
Yeah.
Yeah, agreed.
And we can place it straight smack bang next to that wall with the shells on and stuff.
Yeah, and you got the guards on top, so they'll be able to
Yeah.
warn everybody else when you get eaten.
Yeah, they can scream first.
Probably take half an hour to warn everyone. There's something outside eating people. For Fuchs is way more effective. Right. So, would Learman's tiny hut, yep.
Yep, the usual. No changes from the camping plans.
No.
Yep. We follow them as usual.
Okay.
Emma's camping hut.
I'll bring the bunny in with me.
Okay. Still in the cage, is it?
For now. Well, trouble is, once it's in, it can get out, can't it?
No, you can. Everyone can leave except me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I can't let the bunny out of its.
Oh no, it could. Yeah.
Well,
Sorry, I see what you mean.
It's
Yeah.
just like boing.
Don't let it out because it might eat us alive.
Yeah, it's like the
Before
worst.
forgetting his sleep.
I actually checked the cage. Is it solid?
Yeah. It's not. It's securely fastened. Yeah, it's not coming out.
I kick it a couple of times to make sure.
Like, oi, stop that.
I walk away from him.
I say,
Okay.
Tacklin, tell the horny bunny that it's perfectly okay to gore the halfling if it wants to.
That didn't help in my confidence, thank you.
Yeah, well, stop kicking the cage.
I was just checking if it's solid. It's not gonna attack us, overnight or something. You never know. Don't trust anyone.
Right. I mean, do we set a watch?
We should.
Well, that's on the
It's on the camp setup.
On the camp setup, yeah. So
Yeah, so we follow procedure.
One thing I'll have to modify because I've just thought about it. I can't cast dark vision on for Fuka Luhai because it needs concentration, or does it? I can't remember now.
No, it doesn't.
All right, that's fine. We can still go ahead with that.
Like
I
an eight,
thought-
it's like an
I'll-
8 hour.
yeah,
It's like an
unless-
8 hour bang.
unless
I
it's
need
different for the monk.
no,
I need dark vision as well because I don't have one.
yeah, but you're not part of the watch.
Okay, sorry.
See?
So I just
No.
cast fireballs in a random direction. Sure, no worries.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not concentration, so that's fine. For some reason, I got it in my head that it was concentration.
Right.
That's not good. I suppose a while of waste some time, and then go to sleep when it's my turn.
Radio. I've lost the,
Sorted.
where's that come?
Oh.
Oh, a call comes from the jungle. So watch order is for Fook, Luhai, Obold, and then tackling.
I've not cast anything, so I can go first or last. Doesn't matter.
According to the yeah, that's what's on the setup anyway. Apparently nobody trusts Cade to go on watch.
No, I need my beauty sleep.
Well, so do I, but first or last, it's easy if one spellcaster does it, opposed to two. Anyway, so yeah, anything interesting happen overnight?
So no, despite the disturbing bedtime story, the night passes without event, and you wake the next morning with all body parts intact.
Nice, always a bonus. You mentioned something called Obtoa. Obtower weeps for his people. Is that like a local deity or something?
You could always ask and find out.
Okay, fine. I'll make some inquiries into Obteo and any sort of local mythology that may be useful to know.
Okay, so you wake the next morning. Lost my calendar.
Yeah, for Fook,
A couple of hours after sunrise.
Fook goes for a swim in the ocean a little bit. Paddling, because he can't swim actually. So he paddles like waste, splashes about, and heads back. And then gets dressed and is giddy up again.
Okay, don't forget to knock off your food and water rations, or whatever arrangements you're making for that today.
Yeah, good curry again.
I actually like to have a go with fishing.
Okay.
Possible if you have nothing else to do, just to provide some food.
Do a cast in a create water again.
I was going to go just buy some in the market. Buy some food out the market, full. If there's anything there.
Okay, right. So they're more than happy to share their fresh water with you when you ask about.
Oh, brilliant.
Nice.
I mean, I offer to say I do have some skills, being a cleric of a Ladamara. I have some skills in the purification of the provision of water and food. Is that something that would be useful to them?
They've got a pretty much endless supply of water. So in the that central area there.
Okay.
And they're good for food, to the point that they offer to provide you all with food for the duration of your stay in payment for the entertainment.
Oh, nice.
Very kind. That's very cool.
So it's mainly fish and fruit.
Well, that's fine. It's better than rations.
It is. So it's cooked. It's cooked communally. So everybody, you pretty much, with few exceptions, everybody like eats together at the same time. So aside from attending meal times and what have you, is there anything in particular that anybody's wanting to do today?
I like to go fishing.
You'd like to go fishing? That is not a problem. What about? I'm going to ask what I'm going to do. What about for Fook?
Fafuk wants to go explore those. Wasn't there something about that path? There was a path that heads off that
So-
we went past.
So
There's a
then, yeah.
pathway that went into the jungle,
Yeah. So
and they
then,
said it.
go on. Sorry.
Sorry. No, and we went past it as we came down towards them, and they said it led off somewhere. Can't remember what that was.
So the north path leads to some mud pits in the heart of the jungle, and it were Obold who found out about it, I believe. And they told Obold that they often like go and bathe in these mud pits, and if you bathe in them for a substantial amount of time, it reinvigorates you. And to the south, on the south road, that eventually leads to a place they're referred to as Dangwaru, sorry.
Yeah, where someone was attacked by shrunken zombies smaller than human children.
They're worth us because I mean, for Fuchs, I assume is this the day that for Fuchs exhausted, or was it the previous? It was the previous day.
Yeah,
wasn't
so you'll be recovered by now.
it? Okay, cool. That's fine. I have no interest then in doing anything too different. So I'll just lurk around, listen to tales, play on the bardic side, gather stories from the region. You know, anything that could be useful, maybe mythology-wise, history. Oh, and I suppose we should ask about the Soulmonger. I mean, you told us these tortles are adventurers.
Yeah.
That love exploring. Maybe they've heard of the Tomb of Annihilation. Well, or a place that could potentially host a device designed to gather souls from the dead or the dying, for some nefarious reason. You know, are they aware of, a building, a cult, something nasty as fucking evil, probably in a ruin or massive temple somewhere.
Okay.
I
With
don't know.
Annihilation, Nick done it.
Been there, done that. Got the t-shirt. Okay, and what about Luhai? What's Luhai doing?
I think I'll go for a 10-mile jog around forest, not jungle Phil.
Okay.
Mile jog.
Mile jog through the
own.
jungle on their own.
Yeah.
Very well.
On your own, blindfolded. Just to make it interesting.
Covered in meat.
Wearing covered in meat.
Yeah, covered in chum.
What about Obold?
I'll just follow the herbalist or another herbalist around trying to gather information so I can get used to what they use around here and what the plants are and stuff.
Okay. And
I'll do that, to be honest, pretty much all the time unless something crops up.
Righto. And what about tackling?
I'll go hunting and looking for animals.
You're going out into the jungle hunting.
Oh, well, you're not into the jungle now. Just kind of, at the outskirts. Not going too far.
Get your sen in.
So you're going hunting, but not going into the jungle.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Not too big.
Okay. Right. So
Kate,
what is?
what's Kate doing?
Oh yeah, Cade's fishing.
Fishing.
So Cade can do a survival roll a bit later. So is Luhai actually? I presume Luhai isn't actually going for a jog through the jungle.
No.
So what's Luhai doing?
I don't know. I think I'll wreck that training dummy again.
Okay. Oh yeah, if on your character sheets there should be a means of transferring things, transferring stuff between each other as well now.
Yeah, there is. I found it. It comes up with a message to tell you.
Yeah.
On the chat now.
Yeah, I've seen it. That's what's reminded me. I just so everybody else knows. I presume that's what it was.
Yeah.
Uh,
It was me trying it out.
Okay, right. Well, I suppose Fafuk can make a persuasion roll. See, since he's going round digging for bits of information.
Advantage because I've been such a lovely person.
No, not advantage, but go on. Oh, there you go.
I think 17.
Okay, so which of those few of those things do you want to know about? Are you asking people about first?
The first one will be, have they heard of such a device, or would they be aware of such a device? Because that is our goal and mission, and it's one that potentially impacts everybody they've met so far. Any help to locate where this thing is to try and put a stop to it would be greatly appreciated.
Okay, so
yeah.
So asking around and speaking, you like passed around to various people, and nobody's heard of anything like that. But they do tell you that the Chult mainland is littered with ancient ruins, abandoned civilization, where old civilizations like abandoned settlements and cities. Old mines, cave systems. There's almost countless places where something could possibly be hidden.
Is it something that they could add to our maps if they were aware where they are, more or less, or is it like just general story stuff?
Yeah, so there's nothing specific they're able to add to the what's already on your map.
Okay, fair dues. That's how I spend like at least the morning.
Okay. We're still wanting to find out about Obteo. I forget how I pronounce it. Obteo.
Yeah. I mean, it clearly is something everyone knew about around us except us. So my assumption is it's some kind of local tree spirit or whatnot. So yeah. I mean, it's useful to know. So yeah, definitely ask about it. But who's this Obteo we heard about last night?
Okay, so
Who weeps tears and then sucked people dry.
oh, that's somebody different. That's two different people then.
Oh.
So yeah, Obteo is the great spirit, is the god of Chult.
Oh.
Although according to the tortles, he abandoned Chult and the people of Chult over a century ago.
Okay.
The reason why?
He became disheartened with the constant squabbling and warring different warring factions. So eventually, for for whatever other if that were the only reason. But yeah, that's the assumed reason.
Okay. Is there like iconography of him or something? Is it like a four-headed monkey or like a snake with three tails or some shit like that?
No, I believe he is just sort of depicted as a as a native Chiltern.
Not a tortle.
No, not a turtle. No, essentially human looking.
Awesome. Cool. Fook feels very satisfied with his efforts.
Right, so I suppose Cade can make a survival check for doing some fishing if he wishes to do that.
See
Yeah,
if he
and
survives his fishing.
I like to do a couple of other things as well. You know.
Yep, that's only going to take up the morning. So tackling can make a survival check. We're doing a bit of hunting, I guess.
Are we using the expanded rules from the new Clino stuff?
For the hunting, if you want to work it out at the moment, I was going to look at that, but I haven't had a look at it. So yeah, you can build that dice
Come back to
pool
me
and
then. I'll have a look at the dice pool stuff.
hunting. Yeah, it makes it a bit more interesting. That.
What area is it, just out of curiosity, sorry?
What do you mean by area?
So, fertile, barren.
Oh, I would say it would be fertile. Small population. Possibly the immediate area is overhunted. So they'll probably cancel each other out.
Yeah. So it'd probably just be a D20, wouldn't it? Sorry, not D20.
So hunting time, so 2 hours or less is disadvantage. 2 to 6 hours is no effect. 6 hours or more get an advantage.
Go for morning, so it would no effect, I would imagine.
Yeah. It's not favoured terrain because you're not.
But yeah, grand.
Put the dice pool to a number of dice you've got to roll.
Let's roll a D8.
Yeah, it looks that way. Yeah. Can't find the. Can't find where the results are. Where are the results for it? After you roll after you roll your survival check, you then form your dice pool roll. Number of dice equals the result of your wisdom check. I.e., you roll a total of 13 in your wisdom. You roll 13 dice in your dice pool. Dice pool starts at D8. After you roll your dice pool, count the number of dice where you achieve the highest value on the dice. This means if you rolled 8s, then every 8 on a dice means you achieved a success and you're able to catch what you were hunting for. You choose the end of your hunt before you finish all your dice, but you cannot increase your pool if you continue hunting. Right. So you do a survival check. So you have to do a survival check first.
Yep.
Oh wow. Wow.
Oh, that's good.
Wow, that's 23 8-sided dice, and then for every 8 you get, that's a successful thing of whatever you were, or whatever's you were hunting for, or whatever's available to hunt.
Roll 23 d8s.
Yeah.
What do you say? Well, fertile area, small population,
Fertile area, small pot.
overhunted.
Yeah.
1.
You got 1-8.
So that takes it to a d6. Goes to a d8. Overhunted, increased size by 2. So it go to a d12 actually.
That would be a D12.
Yeah, it would have been 23 d12s.
Oh well, we'll let you off since you only got only got
One.
one anyway. Okay, so you spend was it 2 to 6 hours? Let's see how many. So yeah, so about midday you return with a lizard on a stick.
Rat on a stick.
Is that the 3-meter wizard? So lizard.
Sorry.
How big is the lizard? 3 meters?
About a bit bigger than a rabbit.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Straight from the streets of Antmorpork.
And I suppose Obold can make a skill check to see if he's picked anything up today.
Is that going to be just on the herbalism?
Yeah.
Herbalism kit skill check. Yeah, not likely.
Right. So what we'll do with that is I did have a, like I say, do something similar to what I was speaking to Dan about. So so build up a number of successful checks, and once you've got so many checks that are equal to a number I haven't worked out yet, but I will work it out, then you'll eventually be able to remove that disadvantage on stuff.
How do you mean then with this?
So it'll have a difficulty level, which that's a fail on, and then
Yeah.
so you record once it's successful. You record every success, and then I'll tell you when you've reached a point where you've learnt enough stuff to be able to.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get you.
So at the minute, it's you pretty much automatically fail, don't you? Because you don't know anything. So many will take you to doing it with disadvantage, and then so many again will remove it completely.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
And a similar thing for how it works for tackling with his things as well. So probably like a standard one, so it'll be a DC of 15. Actually, I'll let you pass that because you've had somebody to help you. You've been working with somebody,
right.
so I'll let that go as a pass.
Or maybe advantage.
Well, but it lower difficulty class for it really, I suppose, with somebody helping. Because yeah, they're kind of knowledgeable rather than somebody just assisting. Right. So, is there anything else that anybody's wanted to do?
Yeah, me.
Oh yeah, sorry, Cade. Yeah, what's Cade wanted to do?
Fishing.
I went fishing, and
Yep.
after this, I like to sit on the beach and work on my spell book.
Okay.
Memorizing spells and copying them, tidying up my notes and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to waste much time. I mean, I'm sunbathing in the same time.
Is that actual? You doing any actual spell copying then, or
I don't have the materials.
you don't have the material, so you just a bit of bookkeeping then?
Yeah, I would, but you don't let me, I guess. So, can I find materials for them? Like a shell and make ink from it, and do it myself.
I wouldn't have thought so. No, sorry.
Okay.
be fair, I'd have been shocked if you found something so easily in the jungle.
Sorry, lad,
Yeah,
1 second.
it's-
There's just been a giant explosion outside.
Ooh.
Listen, I would have to try it, you know.
But yeah, because
It's actually interesting. Do you know how they used to make ink?
I know that's why I said it. You know, they made use it from some shells and stuff, and they pissed into them and whatnot.
Well, I mean, obviously, I have no idea what they use for magical stuff. But some of the best ink was made out of what's called galls, which are like acorns that have had bugs lay eggs in them, and they form these like massive like balls instead of the acorn on the oak trees. They used to grind those down into a fine powder, and those made some of the best black inks.
There's some kind of shellfish, you know. I don't know the exact name in English. The Romans used to make ink from them as well. In Hungarian, it's called bíbor kagyló. I can't remember the English.
Um,
You can make, you know, ink from that as well, and
I
it's
know they
called
used
purple.
shells for the purple. I know they used that for the robes. It was very rare, which is why it took well, only emperors could wear purple. But yeah, no, you're absolutely right. But
Yeah, listen, by accident, I might find something and start to process it. You know, you never know. But
hey,
obviously,
you could roll a d100, perhaps. I don't know, Phil. What do you think? Roll a d100, and on 100 you get something.
yeah, I'm happy with that. Can I do that,
So,
boss?
so I've just been looking, and generally it's like a created through alchemical processes because it's almost got magical special properties, the ink that they use.
Oh yeah, no chance.
Oh, why did you say that? Maybe he would let me do it. You know, you say you shut it down. You are not on my side. Come on. Okay, fine. So I just tidy up my notes, and I have a spell which I like to copy, but I can't, and I just shake my head again. Oh, not this time. Not this time.
Okay, yeah. Sorry to disappoint you there.
It's okay. Don't worry. Don't worry. And I done a fishing roll which was like 10. I don't know if is there
Um,
anything at all or not.
no, so that was yeah. I mean, it's pretty abundant here. Yeah, I'll say you probably caught something. Caught one or two from with that because it's got, like I say, waters are quite uh, abundant with fish. I mean, for God's sake, they just have them big lines that just hang over the edge and catch stuff.
Okay, I like to give that fish to the community, so I'm not keeping it for us. I
Okay,
just like to contribute towards, you know, our upkeep and whatnot.
right.
Okay.
They'll thank you for that, and somebody takes it and adds it to one of the drying racks after they've gutted it and prepared it properly.
Okay, that was my goal. I'm just building relationship, the bridges. Okay,
All good.
thank you. I'm done.
Is anybody else doing anything at all of note?
No.
No.
Yep.
Righto. Okay. Street still intact then, Dan?
Yeah, it's just gone off again. There were two even bigger ones. They sounded like fireworks, but just way, way louder. Not closer, just really loud. Crazy.
You know, it was Chinese New Year.
Yeah.
We had some massive fireworks in the city center.
Okay. Right. So while you're pottering about the settlement around Ahoy, do you notice some of the tortles gathering near the gong and a heated discussion about something, and get the impression that there's quite concerned about something from the tone of the voices.
I stroll nearby and listening.
Okay, right. Once they're talking amongst themselves, they speak in their native language.
Which I don't understand, I guess.
It's Aquan, if anybody understands Aquan.
Of course do.
Eh?
I've got a helmet.
Of course we do.
I've got an helmet that I can listen in on.
Actually, I can cast a spell, comprehend languages, but it will take me 10 minutes and one action, so I will miss the beginning of
I'll
conversation.
put that helmet on Phil and see if I can hear what they're saying.
Okay, yeah. So that just allows you to understand, don't allow you to communicate. Right, so general gist of it is that they're a little concerned that some of the adolescent tortles went off on an expedition and none of them have returned, and they've been gone for 2 or 3 days now.
Mm. Turtle soup.
Great minds.
I just need 2 minutes. I'll be right back. But yeah, if Fufuk's happy to go hunting, you might try sending first. I don't know. If someone describes another person to me with great detail, can I send a sending to them?
I think it's somebody you have to know personally.
Yeah.
I've got this horrible feeling that's correct. I just want to see.
Yeah, it's
think
with
when I read it
which
last
with
week,
which you are familiar. So yeah, it's somebody you know you're familiar with yourself.
Yeah, okay. That's fine. Right, I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Okay, so that's pretty much the gist of what you overhear. They're just deciding what to do with it, what to do about it, and whether to go looking for them or not.
I'll interject Phil and just ask him if everything's all right. I'll not make it clear that I've been eavesdropping.
Right, the part of the break off the conversation and look over to you and basically one of some of our young ones have gone missing.
Where were they last seen? Where were they heading?
They went like many of the young ones. They went to explore Dangwaru.
What is Dangwaru?
It's an old fortress.
Okay. How far is it from here?
So let's see. It is. Oops. For God's sake. Have to remove that briefly. Nope. Tell it's about 2 or 3 days walk. It's along the road that runs south from Ahoy.
Okay, and why is everyone going there? I mean, how you said it, it's like a hobbit by you guys, or can you tell us anything about this place or what's going on there, or anything useful?
So it tell you that it's high up on a mountainside. Tortles built it over a century ago for some survivors from a shipwreck, but it's been abandoned for decades now. And they believe that evil spirits now watch over the palace, which is said to be full of treasures. And it's become a bit of a tradition amongst adolescent tortles to travel there and explore the place. But most of them retreat after being spooked, seeing things and being spooked by the place.
And how many of your youngsters are missing?
3.
Can he provide names as well?
Can provide names, yes. Just give me a second.
Okay, I mean, I don't need it from you, just, we need the name of the people we are looking for.
That's the names somewhere. Yeah, but they provide you with the names anyway. There we go. So, there's Baka, Damu, and Gar.
And did they take any food and stuff with them,
Yeah, they took provisions and provisions and weapons. They're adolescents, so they're quite aware of what preparations they need to make when they go on an expedition. It's all part of the growing up, coming of age.
Okay, one more question. Next week you are expecting a ship, coming, a trading ship. When is that due? Do you know the timeline?
They don't know the exact date. It's just they're expecting it sometime next week, but they don't know the exact date. It doesn't come on a set date.
Okay, so what I mean, you said this is 2-3 days to travel to this fortress thing, another 3 days to come back. So we're gonna be gone for a week. I don't wanna miss that ship. Can you, hold them if they turn up?
Well, if you're willing to go and find the missing children, then they'd be happy to try and delay them from leaving.
I mean, I look the rest of my party. What do you think? I mean, why not? They were very helpful to us. I'm happy to help.
Would they be able to provide a guide to take us that far?
You wouldn't need a guide. All you got to do is follow the road, the south road. That's where it goes.
Ah, right. Okay. I just didn't know if it went off into the jungle or anywhere, so I didn't want a chance getting lost.
No, it's
We don't like the jungle.
So we're rescuing turtles, are we?
I mean, if you are up for it, I am game.
Yeah, why not? Oh wait, let me roll for it.
And we help them, they help us. Fair deal.
Yeah, if it could go either way, but if most of the party want to do it, he'll tag along.
Okay, I turn back to this, old turtle, and he said something about some ghosts in that fortress. Can he tell anything more about that?
You can make a persuasion roll if you wish.
Well, Fook will be very interested in any ghost stories. Because, I mean, we've literally met ghosts, so...
Catastrophic.
He's a little wary about telling you. He doesn't want to put you off doing a good deed.
Okay. All right.
Which I'm sure is most reassuring.
Yeah. We will try to help, definitely.
How far is this place?
2-3 days of walk.
Okay, well, might as well get cracking then.
Yeah, but we need some provisions and we settle.
I mean, unless you guys have something else we need to be doing first. Yep, crack on.
Yep. Is that what you're doing? Is that what everybody's doing, or?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What was the place called? Dangwoo.
Dangwaru.
Want to give away the names of the people just so we've got them again?
Yep, it's Baka, Damu, and Gar.
Okay.
Not Donatello or Michelangelo or Raphael.
No. Yeah, they went looking for pizza.
We're a dirty, great big rat.
In a kimono.
Right, I suppose we head down the beach. As long as we have to stick to the beach, we're alright, aren't we?
Okay, so it's what? We're setting off after midday, I presume, because you'll be doing the hunting and things, so it'll be a little after midday, won't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I ask if they can take care of my horny rabbit while I'm gone.
Yep, they're more than happy to look after it.
The uni bunny.
It's mine. It's a horny rabbit. Crack on.
Okay. So, get your things. Anything you're leaving behind, or you taking everything with you, or
We take everything.
No, should be fine.
I'll dump a bunch of my stuff. There's things like disguise kits and fine clothing, and I just make a neat pile somewhere out of the way, unobtrusively in the communal area, next to my bunny.
So the bunny can chew up your stuff.
okay.
Yeah,
Different. Sorry.
Oh. I'm okay with taking everything I've got with me.
Righto. So you should be able to see into this one. Okay, right. So you head off, taking the south road from Yohoi Hoi, which quickly leads up from the beach up towards the cliffs, running along the edge of a mountain range of mountains. Yeah, you've been going for about half an hour when you realise that somebody's following you.
Who is it?
Right, glancing back, you quite easily spot one of the young tortles who seems to be following you and making a bad job of trying to stay hidden.
Wait for him to catch up.
Is he about the age that they said they'd normally let him go off?
Well, pretty much once they're like orphaned, they become like independent, so they can go whenever they feel. They can go off whenever they feel like it, essentially.
Do we wait until he catches up?
Yeah, just carry on up until we're going to camp and then just sit and wait for him.
So what are you doing then? So you carrying on, or you waiting for him first, or
We wait for him.
What's the movement rate of a tortle?
what's the movement rate of a turtle? I believe it's 30.
Okay, that's fine.
So yeah, so different opinions. What's it to be? Are you carrying on?
I vote for waiting.
Yeah, we wait for him. Because he might know something what we don't.
Oh, we'll wait then.
Everybody else's vote?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So when he realizes that you've seen him, he walks up hesitantly, walks up to join you on the path. He grins a bit sheepishly and introduces himself as Japper. He tells you that the three that are missing are his friends, and he thought he might be able to help.
Has he ever been at the place?
No, but he knows stories about it.
Like what?
Well, we can walk and talk. So
Yeah.
He says if you let him come, if you let him tag along, he'll tell you.
yeah,
So?
fine, whatever.
So, fine with that.
Okay. Right.
Just make
So
sure he sticks in the middle naked.
righto. Okay. Right. So you carry on with your new party member, Japper, and he chatters away, pointing out this a few sort of bits of local flora and fauna, and just generally chatting and making small talk. So the path becomes, as it heads up into the mountain, becomes quite narrow and treacherous in places. Cliffs drop away a good 100 feet or more on one side, down towards the beaches. But you travel along, apart from a few sort of small rock falls coming down from the mountains above that don't really put you in any great danger. There's you carry on, you pass the day along the mountain trail without any real incident, to the point that it comes to where the sun is beginning to set. In distance, you can see the smoke rising from the volcanoes. So
Is there camping spots that Japper is aware of?
So no, there's not really. There's not really anywhere off the trail. You can't get off the trail, so you're pretty much on a path. The path that follows the mountains ranges from about 5 to 10 feet wide.
Does he know how long this path continues like this? Does it widen out at some point?
It says it opens up when you get to Dangaroo.
Oh, bugger. Okay, so I suppose we're stuck with finding a part of the path 10 foot wide. Is it 10 foot wide because of jungle or because of like cliff and cliff?
Yeah, cliff. The cliff above you and cliff below you.
Okay.
Yeah, just find a 10-foot wide stretch and then stick the hut there.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is that enough space for the hut?
10 foot round, isn't it?
I believe so.
Cade's the hut
Cade?
person.
Cade?
Sorry? I didn't catch that. Can you repeat, please?
Yeah, 10-foot radius in mobile dome.
10-foot radius.
Mm,
So it's too big then.
yeah.
Oh, can I make it smaller?
No.
No, it just says a 10-foot radius in mobile dome.
Oh, in that case, we need 20 foot across then.
Yeah.
So no, there's no way you can put this up.
Okay, well, I suppose we're going to have to do it the old-fashioned way then. Set up camp in the middle of a footpath. The only way to go up or down the mountainside. Lovely.
So what have you got regards camping stuff?
Bedroll.
Yeah, same.
Just a bedroll?
The bedroll.
Yeah, because we didn't need. I wasn't going to carry around a tent with me.
Same.
Okay. Japper removes a makeshift shelter from his pack.
Okay, quite cool. Is there enough for all of us?
He offers to. He says he brought it for you, not for himself.
Hmm.
He says it'll provide you a little bit of shelter from the rain, but that's about it.
Well, it's
Very
better than
kind of
nothing.
So it's basically like a sort of lean-to canopy that you probably might all be able to squeeze into, or underneath rather.
Well, there won't be all of us underneath at once.
No.
There'll still be a watch.
We could use Cade's little immobile rod to like hold up part of it.
Yeah, sure.
Makes a pretty cool tent peg.
Okay. Right. He sets so Jappa sets that up for you, and it's quite he's obviously knows what he's doing. It's quite sturdy. And once he's done that, he removes more things from his pack, and quickly, in just a few moments, he's got a campfire going for you all as well.
A lot quick.
Nice.
Practice in the very wet environment, I would think. I mean, has he adventured a lot? I mean, does he have is he just like a commoner who does a lot of walking, or is he actually somebody who's adventured a little bit?
So he's not travelled far. His work is building up experience and his confidence. So he's travelled as far as the mud pits and as far as High Horn, but he's never been to Dangaroo.
Okay. I don't really have anything too particularly useful here.
Just set up the normal watch and get us rest for the night then, Phil.
Okay. So during during the while you camped during the night, he does as he promised and tells you what he knows of Dangwaru. So it tells you that it was built by tortles, and it's a multi-level stone building. They were carved out of the mountainside. Its name Dangwaru, loosely translated from Akwan, means high home in common.
Why was it abandoned?
He believes the inhabitants just died out. It was so it was like about a century ago. A storm. There was a really big storm. Legendary. It's a legendary storm, and it caused a ship to crash near High Horn. And after the tortles found survivors from the wreckage, they being tortles, they tried to make the humans feel at home, and they welcomed them into their settlement, and helped heal them up, helped them recover. And the ships, although her name's lost to memory now, the ship's captain was supposedly a charismatic woman who the tortles grew to greatly admire. And she worshipped a sea goddess and told them and regaled them many times with stories about terrifying sea monsters and great ship battles, magnificent island palaces on faraway lands. And over time, as the sort of bond grew, the tortles decided to build a palace for her so that she would feel at home on the island. And once it was finished, the captain and her crew lived in the palace for the rest of their lives. The last of them perished more than 50 years ago. The palace is now dilapidated and rumoured to be haunted. And young tortles occasionally explore the ruins in search of the rumours of treasure, but most don't get far beyond hearing strange sounds and seeing shadowy forms that frighten them away. The place was built to withstand storms, earthquakes, and the passage of time.
Cool. How long do tortles live on average?
Let's
curiosity.
see. I think it's quite a while. Where is it?
If it goes alongside tortoises, it could be a few hundred
Oh,
years, I would
oh
imagine.
no, actually it's not. They don't live that long. An average of 50 years.
Short-lived tortoises.
Yep.
Interesting.
And they're considered adults by the time they're 15. And they're usually orphaned in the first year or two.
Lifespan similar to half orcs, then.
Yeah. Weakened genetics.
Hey,
Right.
that's
Okay.
speciesist.
Well, yes. Okay, no, that's quite interesting. I'll ask him about a bit more about Apateo and if there are any sort of other deities of note in the area.
It's not that he knows of. He imagines as some of the human tribes have new gods that they've brought that's been brought from foreign lands. But the only one he knows of is Ubteo.
Okay. Does he have like temples and stuff, or is he just live in the jungle?
He believes there's old temples. There's no temples on this island, but he believes there's temples, or at least old temples, on the mainland. But from what he understands, from what he's heard, Ubtayo's not kind of mostly forgotten, not really worshipped anymore. People abandoned him when he abandoned the people.
Okay. Right. Suppose we chit chat into the evening and then turn in.
Okay. Right. So again, you pass another night without incident. Quite peaceful on this island by the looks of it.
Pack up and head on, I suppose, in the morning. Make sure we drink enough.
Right. You wait the next day to another hot day, but at least, well, whether it's a good or a bad thing, there's no. It's actually stopped raining today.
Roll, haven't I? 18 on con check, Phil.
What's that? Sorry.
Rolled an 18 on a con check. It was my armor. Sorry for the previous day.
Oh right. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
Natural 20.
Nice.
That's
Okay.
Nice.
So within an hour, you've just over an hour, probably an hour now. You've broke camp, or rather eaten rations, prepared your water, and break camp, and carry on up the trail that goes higher into the mountains. Let's see. Wait. That's the wrong one. So, so about midday, when you stop to rest, the trail starts leading back downhill, and it begins to widen out a little bit. Is that? Yeah, not much chance of anything happening on here anyway. Okay, towards late afternoon, you round a corner on this cliffside path, and a few miles distant, you can see a large structure perched on the side of the mountain. The path's dropped much closer towards the sea level as well now. So you can either continue, or you can camp here.
How much room is there here?
So there's it's more open here, so you'll be able to put the shelter down easily here.
So what do you think, guys?
Does that mean Lee can't hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, were you looking at actual map Foundry on your phone?
I'm just saying because I'm not going to be able to use WhatsApp.
Oh, right, okay.
Fair dues.
Let's get rid of these as well.
I don't know, guys. I mean, all we've heard is spook stories. No one's actually, up till now, had anything happen to them. I'm a little wary of going into a place after dark, but maybe we need to get up close, just in case the tortles are camping out and just taking longer than usual to walk back. And they're just, kids really, or whatever. I mean,
Yeah,
we
well,
just camp
kids to
outside.
you. I mean, they're like I say, they're considered adults, so they'll be like at least 15 years old, or thereabouts anyway.
I would be cautious. That's where my vote stand. What the others? What do you think? So it's one to go, one to camp. Rest of you guys.
How much light have we got left?
Only an hour or so.
I'd vote morning.
Or the camp here?
Agreed.
Joe? Sorry.
I think it's better to be cautious.
Yeah, Jappa voices agreement. He says he doesn't really relish the idea of going to this this haunted palace after nightfall, even though his friends are missing there, if they're still there.
Okay. Set up camp, and I suppose if there's space for Leomund's hut, then Cade can do the honors.
Yeah, I will.
Okay. So usual camping procedure then?
Yes, and we drink as
Yeah.
I'm going to add a line in to camp thing just for this animal handling stuff, so I can cast beast sense to speak with animals
Okay.
as rituals. Just as an aside, I'll do it just to see if there's anything knocking around.
How about a chult notes thing on that you need to make visible to everyone as well? Phil?
Okay, just one moment. Chult notes. Yeah, it still all plays down as owners.
All right. The one outside the player journal, I mean.
Oh. No, right.
So onto a separate one for Chult.
Okay. I'll put that up with others.
Well, I want a separate folder for Chult.
Oh, all right. Sorry. Right. Well, I'll make a folder inside there. Make another folder.
And then just put all the Chult stuff in, otherwise it'll just become too
Chult.
congested.
Chult. Chult. I'll put the camp setup in there as well. And marching order. I think everything else is old stuff, isn't it? There we
Yep.
go. Just have to tie that other stuff up later. So what was that you were adding to camp setup? Sorry.
Beason to speak with animals, just to listen and see if I can commune with any nearby animals. Not spending any much time in like 10-15 minutes. If there's anything nearby that could give us any insight into the lay of the land, or this is a bear trap, or this is a bear cave, sort of thing. Don't sleep here.
What's it called again? Speak with
Beast sense.
Oh yeah, beast sense. Because it's
Sorry, beast sense is for actually touching and talking to an animal. But I might as well cast them both since they're both the job. But speak with animals is the one that works both ways.
range south. Okay, what you're doing? Are you just like going to stay in camp and just like put a?
Yeah, I'm not. I'm just pottering around camp, not going anywhere, not going.
Okay, so just if you overhear anything.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Go.
It's just. Is it just beasts? Still need to like check what everything that comes under beasts. Are birds beasts?
Yeah. Beasts of the air and the earth, isn't it?
Right. Anyway, so yeah, you just hear typical chatter back and forth, territorial stuff, and
That's fine.
Sorry, did you say beast sense? Is this a barbarian, a druid thing or barbarian thing? Or is it
Barbarian.
the spell?
Barbarian thing.
a beast sense a different one. You actually physically touch
Yeah.
something. But yeah, so nothing that you consider out of the ordinary. Other than perhaps, well, no, nothing out of the ordinary.
Cool.
Okay. So, you doing anything else in particular that evening?
I'll just work on my because now we're in the dome, it's got a bit more space. I'll work on my composition. See if I can improve on one or two of them. So close. It's a good practice session, though. It's a good practice session.
Okay, so anybody else, nothing else anybody's planning to do during that evening? No, righto. Fair enough. Okay, well, surprisingly, another peaceful night. Did you do your con check for Fook with the armor?
No, I'll do it now. That would have been the much better con check, actually.
It would.
7.
Ow, that's a fail.
Well, I've been hiking up and down mountainsides in a hot, sticky jungle, so
So yeah, so that's a level of exhaustion for you then until the next long rest.
bugger. That's disadvantage on all
On
everything.
no, just ability checks. So it's not it doesn't
Okay.
extend. It doesn't extend to combat. Combat's second level of exhaustion extends to combat.
Okie dokie.
Okay, so like I say, you pass another peaceful night. When you wake up, Jappa's already up with a fire going and cooking some, preparing some dried fish from his pack.
Cooking yourself.
Sorry, cooking himself. Yeah.
Cooking himself for us.
Put himself in a large cauldron, turtle soup.
Just throwing himself on the. Just throwing himself on the fire. He didn't sleep under the shelter, by the way. He just slept inside his shell.
Just thought
Nice.
that was what we were going to do.
He has got his own shelter.
Yeah. So he literally withdraws completely inside it.
Pretty cool. No need to buy a tent,
Yeah.
ever.
So, what are you doing? So you can ahead of you, you can clearly see this big structure, sort of perched on the side of this mountain. And like Jappa says, it appears to have been like cut, or at least part of it, like carved directly out of the mountain.
Get closer to it, see if we can find an entrance somewhere.
Okay. So, right. So, so the trail winds along the rocky coast for a few more miles before ending at a stone palace that is built about 30 feet above sea level. Waves crash against the rocks just below the palace walls.